Hello everybody and welcome to PrimePlays FTL. We've just arrived at the Zoltan homeworlds and we are far from Federation home space here in the Zoltan territory. It's not clear whether the authorities will have any goodwill remaining, but still we have to push forward. I'm so far quite enjoying this run, especially as a first run. It's boding well for the series. And we'll start this episode by jumping straight here. We're still in Nebula, I guess maybe because we came out of the Zoltan Nebula, so that'll give us a chance to explore quite a few of these before jumping across down and up here if we have time. If not, we can always just cut up that way as well. So first place we're going to go is down here. I don't enjoy nebulas, but at the same time, you know, they half the rebel fleet's speed. But we spy two pirate ships lurking in the nebula here. They remain unaware of our presence, and we're able to get our scanners to at least identify their cargo. One is carrying the fuel supplies, the other the ammunition. They begin to drift away from each other in the storm. Do you know what? I think I need the fuel more than ammo, so we'll just go for that. You jet towards pirate with the fuel supplies and engage. Hopefully you can leave the ship in one piece. Do you know what? I can't. I don't have any way to leave the ship in one piece. But that's not too much of a worry. I'm more worried about their armaments there. It may have been worth... I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, no, it may... Oh dear, that's some pretty bad damage there actually. So let's get you in here. You in here. Wow, we're taking a lot of damage here. I think we might actually die. That's no good. That is no good. We took them down, but we took a lot of damage in the process. We got 2 fuel and 30 scrap from that. It wasn't worth all that damage that we took though. Oh well, let's get these two moved into here. And in the meantime, these two can go in here. Get them nice and healed up. Get that repaired. Oh dear. Just checking for fires because obviously we're in a nebula, so our systems aren't really working right now. Let's get that hull fixed as quickly as possible. Then we can start getting these guys healed up as quickly as possible as well. Still, that was a bad fight. We're definitely going to need some more shields, I think, in the future. And we are definitely going to need more weapons. Or different weapons, sorry, not more. I would really like just straight across the board burst laser Mark IIs for everything on this run. Especially for the ship that we are in. Maybe we'll get some door upgrades and other things too. That's maybe why, because we're in the nebula. Let's jump out, let's jump straight to this next sector and hope we don't get killed in the process anyway. Okay, we cross paths with an advanced scout of the rebel fleet searching this section of the nebula for your ship. Just pause that, get our shields up to full, get those up as far as they'll go. Let's take one out, sorry, and put that in there. And then we can worry more about... not actually too fussed about their weapons, but we will try and take them down as quickly as possible. Try and hit 2 rooms with the flak. And we've got 4 charges, so let's get those straight on the weapons. I don't foresee it getting through our shields or causing any damage, so really that was a bit of luck for us. Hopefully we'll get some scrap, and I really need to find a store, get that damage repaired as quickly as possible. Ship explodes and we got 1 fuel, 1 drone part, 65 scrap. Oh, please be a store connected to this, or at least one that we can jump to after this. We arrive in the middle of a plasma storm. Despite the harsh conditions, a rebel scout seems to be waiting for you. Gosh darn it. Well, at least half their systems will be down too, so I think the first thing we're going to do is go straight for their weapons with everything we have. And then we can put our missile on the shields. We've got a few missiles that we can spare, and I want to get out of this fight alive, so we're not going to hold anything back in terms of that. I mean, the charge laser, we just can't get going. Enemy ship appears to be powering up its FTL. It's trying to escape. Well, we can't really let that happen now, can we? It would help if we landed some of our shots, really. I think that was them asking us not to kill them, but we wouldn't have done that anyway. And they jumped out of the sector. That is unfortunate. We'll speed up the enemies through the sector now. So let's just jump straight here and hope, upon hope, for a store along the route we're taking. We arrive at a Zoltan research facility. They say they are researching genetic distortion due to stasis sleep and prolonged FTL travel. They ask if you're curious or something to undergo a few scans to participate in their study. As soon as you dock, pirates burst on board and a hostile ship appears on the radar. Hear the Zoltans yell in the distance, "We're being held hostage. Intruders are on board." So, get those two in there, get that dealt with as quickly and calmly as possible. They do have a stealth ship though. I'm not too worried about the Ion, even if they did hit. I should have powered those up as quickly as possible thinking about it, but that was my own fault really. We're taking a lot of damage here. We might actually die, guys. I hope not, though. I genuinely do. We can pull back from this. We can fix this run. Let's get Nick Me in there and keep Teldarin in there. The others should survive a hit or two. I hope. It seems we ran out of oxygen for a moment there. I'm not really sure why. It's a bit of a worry. And Shelton died. That is not good, guys. That is not good at all. Should have moved him into the thing. See, I'm not paying attention. I really should have. I was more concerned with everything else that's been going on. Let's just get them dealt with as quickly as possible anyway. That's them dealt with, but we took a lot of damage and unfortunately also lost a crew member. We got 58 scrap, 2 fuel and 1 drone pot. We also got an anti-ship fire drone which we don't need. We can sell that along with 33 scrap, 3 fuel and another drone pot. Let's get everybody healed up here and see if we can recuperate from that loss by picking up another crew member along the way somewhere, hopefully. At least it was only our door guy. That's all I can say, really. I've already forgotten his name. Obviously, I didn't care about him that much, but at least it was only that. We do have 260. Let's put that into shields. I know I maybe shouldn't have done that, and I'm knowing my luck, the next jump, we are just going to go straight to a place where we can repair our ship and not be able to repair fully, but we needed that extra shield piece, really. Of course there's a store just there. We'll jump here first, see if we can pick up some scrap. That was a bad idea, but we will save the missiles for afterwards. I'm more concerned about their weapons right now anyway. We'll fire everything we have at those weapons first. And then we can worry about the shields. This fight went a lot quicker and a lot easier than I expected, so that's always a handy thing. We can missile those shields out. Maybe should have done that before, but it got dealt with, and we got 1 fuel pot and 45 scrap. Hopefully that should be enough to get us fixed. I don't know, let's find out. Human ship hails, my friends please, there is nothing I don't have and there is nothing worth wanting that I can't get. And I'll take a look around my shop. Let's go straight inside. Oh yeah, we had the fire drone that we could have sold as well. Oh well, our scrap recovery arm would be quite nice. let's fix all first anyway. See what we can do about that. Fire suppression I want. Lifeform scanner I'm not too fussed about. It's not really worth selling those just to pick up the scrap recovery arm. It's kind of too late for that to really make that much of a difference anyway. So we will just jump across. I think here is probably the way to go to get the most out of this this sector. There are some mineral rich asteroids here that Zoltan have left idle, but you've none of the necessary equipment to mine them, so we'll just get the hell out of here and move on to the next area. This run started pretty good, but this sector really has hurt us the past few fights. A light asteroid field is entering the atmosphere of a nearby planet. A fireworks show on a galactic scale. There's little for it but to take in the ambulance and proceed to the next jump. Ambulance? Ambience. We could take in an ambulance, that'd be pretty handy. Maybe not get our crew members killed. An unarmed Zoltan transport vessel is slowly making its way towards the beacon here. They hail. This is Zoltan Peace Envoy. We carry no weapons or shielding and rely on the mercy of others to communicate our message. We can attack them or we can hear them out. Let's hear them out. They continue. We take your silence for interested contemplation. They talk at length about peace and harmony, but either it's beyond your simple mind or it's all nonsense. They finish. Please spread the word of enlightenment to those that have not heard. Once you have, contact our brethren to transmit coordinates to their so-called brethren. So they've added a quest marker. We could probably get to that. We've got like what, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we'll risk it. We might as well. I want to get to this extra system though. There's a few more zealous. There are a few more zealous in their customs checks than there's Zoltan. A team of border police beam on board. There's just a little confusion over your weapons licenses, but things escalate rapidly from heated discussion to gunfire, and we also have intruders on board. No, I'm not really all that fussed about having the intruders on board. Especially if we can get these two in here and get him back on the engines, because Zoltan don't have all that much health, thankfully. We definitely want to take those weapons down as fast as possible though. We're getting definitely need to get these guys fixed up. I'm just wondering where to take the power from. Oh no, there's already power in there. That explains a bit. Okay, so we can now fire our missiles. We might as well fire those at the shields. Some bad damage there, but they're attacking us in our med base. That's probably the best place for them to attack us, really. Yeah, we'll fire another missile. I just want those shields out of the way, and I want this fight over with. So we can get those guys taken out. We got 3 fuel, 58 scrap, and a drone part. I'm leaving the drone part to last because it just doesn't matter to us, really. So those guys are healed up. Let's get everything fixed and move on to the next system in this sector. All in all though, I'd really like another crew member back, get them on the doors. I don't want to have to spend money upgrading those doors, not on this run at least anyway. It might be something we think about as we jump into the final sector, but for now, we'll just see how things go. We've got at least full shields, we've got a full bank of weapons there. I would like to change the flak one for something else. It's okay, it just does sort of 3 normal damage, I guess. So it's not particularly spectacular. Let's get that out of the med bay and back into the evasion. So we've been getting hit pretty hard. Go there, then there, then there, and we're not wasting a jump. Let's do that. Seems like the best idea and the best course of action. You jump just in time to witness a Zoltan ship's FTL drive overload. In their final moments, they implore you not to get involved, but it's too late. Their attacker is already upon you. I just had a couple of silent little burps there, guys. I hope you didn't hear them too much. But I guess if you did, then you'll just have to get over it. Evil burp, you know. Let's get that on the shields, fire that at the weapons, fire those on there. I was a bit late starting with that actually. Really want to get those that missile down as quickly as possible, really. Well, we've got no missiles left, unfortunately. Let's get that charged up anyway. And this might be a bit of a drawn-out fight, but we've got their weapons dealt with for the moment anyway. I should have let that charge a couple more times, really. Enemy's powering up their FTL, is trying to escape. I think what we will do is fire all 4 of these at their helm. We don't accept surrender, because you're going to die anyway, so we might as well just take our 51 scrap, 2 fuel and 1 drone part, get some stuff repaired and then get out of here, you know. Obviously, if you have any comments on my play, or if you have any ways you'd like to see me play through, or anything like that, do just let me know in the comments section. It's always good to hear from people. Let's jump to that quest, that's where we were going first, and then we'll jump to the exit. I'd like to get some missiles, but you know, you arrive at the location specified by the peace-loving Zoltan, but the only thing nearby is a rebel ship closing in fast. We found you, you're not getting away this time. We can attack, or we can attempt to hail them. We'll just attack. You power your weapons and prepare to fight. We unfortunately have no missiles. I'd like to really switch out that charge laser and the burst laser. Not the burst laser, sorry, the charge laser and the Artemis missile for 2 burst lasers. So we will pile, I think as soon as that last charge is done, there we go, I think we will pile the flak onto the shields and then everything onto their weapons there, because I do not like the look of that cannon. There we are. So that's that dealt with. We also knocked down a layer of shields with the flak cannon, which I actually didn't expect to happen. So that's just a little extra bonus for us, really. We got our burst laser charged up, and charge 2 has also charged up, so we'll fire everything we have at their shields, get those down. They're powering up their FTL. We will not accept surrender, because I figured you'd die on that turn. So that's them dealt with. That was a fairly simple and straightforward fight, certainly less catastrophic than some of the ones we've been in. We got 63 scrap, 3 fuel and a single missile. We will save that missile for a dire straits situation, I think. For now though, we will jump to the exit. Arrived at the long range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, we can jump to the next sector. You see a small station fitted with hundreds of repair drones. You receive an automated message. We don't know who you are and we don't care. This is the right place for some ship repair. We can repair 5 damage for 10 scrap. Yeah, I think we'll do that. It'd be nice to jump into the next system with, the next sector with full health. It is a Zoltan controlled sector, so let's just jump straight there. We're probably going to get into a few fights in this sector. I guess we'll find out in the next video, because that is the end of this video. I've been Prime Minister Sinister, and this has been PrimePlays FTL. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. And as I said earlier, if you have any comments, leave a comment, and as always, subscribe. Thank you for watching.